This is Florida's history right there. Through and through. The Bay City Crawler, it says, or a walk-in dredge, built in Bay City, Michigan, was one of several types of dredges used to build the Tamiami Trail in the 1920s. It was regarded as a mighty machine that had performed an engineering marvel, construction of a highway through the trackless Everglades and Big Swamp, connecting Tampa with Miami. Cool.
So it was used to destroy land.
Well, effectively, yeah. But that is the history of the highway that we took, the 41 that we're on right now, was built by this exact machine. They were dredging out a very long channel, which is like 93 something miles long, and in doing so, they were able to create a road to connect highway, well, to connect Tampa. Remember how I told you that 41 spans like eternity? Mm-hmm. Well, this is exactly the machine that was. This is cool. I mean, it's destructive to nature and stuff, but this is cool. Mm-hmm. This is, especially to a phosphate miner, because this is a primitive dragline. This is a thing that have allowed people to effectively walk it, and when I say walk, I mean, you know, move it, because this thing is pretty stationary. Something like that would be installed on a barge, and that entire barge moves. But in this case, it's digging, doing its thing.
So how do you push it?
Well, it more than likely was on some sort of either sled or rail or something. I would love to read what it says in there. Absolutely cool. Okay, so here's what it says. This walking dredge built by Bay City is the earliest known survivor of its type, designed for use over swampy terrain where wheeled or tracked vehicles would bog down the machines. Weight was distributed over shoes. To move, the middle movable shoes were lowered to take some of the weight off the corner shoes. The frame then pulled forward about 10 feet using both onboard winch and a shovel bucket. Corner shoes. Machine was used to dredge. Filled. Alright, so the way this works is on each corner that you see over there. Yeah. Oops, the other way. On each corner, like that, there was a ginormous, effectively shoe. Think of like a pontoon. And so there was an additional pontoon right here in the middle. So what it would do is it would lift this entire structure off its own weight and move it about 10 feet, and then it would take the other, whatchamacallem, the things that you see behind us, the arches, they would be propelled 10 feet forward, and then all of its weight sits on that one shoe again, and that's effectively how it works.
Seems like that little bucket is so small.
Yeah, but back in the day, that was the technology. Like nowadays, the dragline buckets, which we mine with, they're like 45 cubic yards. And 45 cubic yards is effectively 20-something dump trucks worth of material at the same time. But back in the day, in the early years, this was... That is cool. Good thing I got to see it in daylight.
It's actually pretty high up. Scared that it's not going to bear my weight.
Cool, cool, cool. Alright.
Come on, I'll show you inside.
It's probably closed. No?
There's no doorknob.
Huh.
So yeah, in a way it is closed.
Uh-huh. See what they're doing? They take that thing and make it into a boat. Bastards.
Isn't that what food's all about?
I don't want you.
All done. I'm wearing the boots.
No, they're not. Which just kind of defies the purpose of a freaking.
I'm sorry.
Alright, so to get you an idea of what's happening, we are in Everglades National Park,
Oh, that tree's cool.
and it is thundering. Like all south of us is nothing but yellow, orange, and red. And we're in the patch of weather where it's literally just south of us. You can hear it thundering, it lights. But we're stubborn since we've come all this way. Oh, my sister is being a monkey again. So, the Everglades, we actually stayed in Collier something State Park, Seminole, which I didn't like. I'm sure there might be some people with different opinions, but I personally didn't like the campground. I thought it was kind of meh. And the fact that there's nothing to do over there is kind of like meh. So, but that doesn't stop us from coming here and experiencing my selfie stick thing. The weather is really not cooperating, but this is the Palm Welcome Center at the Everglades.
Royal Palm, I think.
Royal Palm. So far it's proven to be Royal Pain in the you know where. Hey, there's some
Where? Oh.
flower things. So, and by the way, if you ever come to a place like this, bring ponchos, because apparently they are sold out of ponchos. On a rainy day like this, you would expect to walk in to the Welcome Center and be able to buy a poncho. Do we buy ponchos?
No.
No, why not?
Because they didn't have any.
No, that's what I'm talking about. So instead we're wearing hoodies and
embracing it.
and just, yeah, toughing it out, really.
Yeah, I got some. What's in my face?
Alright.
Hi! Wanna dance with some birds? Wow. Really?
So, we're still walking in the rain. And this is the Palm Center trail continues. As you see behind, this is, you know, I wish I could bring my stabilized camera here, but it's raining, obviously, as you see. So this is as good as it gets. There's lilies. I think it's either Newfar or Nilambo, one of them. We already saw an alligator. Oh, I see a gar. Freshwater gar. A gar is like a right there.
A
see
fish?
that fish? Yeah.
Yeah.
See that fish? It has teeth. It's like alligator, freshwater alligator gar. Right there.
It's a predator?
Well, it's a predator fish. It grows up to like 6 feet long.
Oh, wow.
It predates on. Sitting out there just chilling. He's like, yo, look at him. He's like, I don't care that it's raining.
No, no. Wait, if you give me this.
There he is. craziest pair of crazies to spend money.
Yep.
25
It's
bucks.
not even like cheap.
No. Oh, look at that cool bird.
Oh yeah.
So we have traveled through the Everglades. Right now we're at this place called Mahogany Hammock Trail. My sister had an idea of what if we drive longer distances and essentially let the rain sort of outrain itself. And I think this strategy worked because it... What do you think?
Yeah, I think it worked.
Alright. But you know what? My interpretation of Everglades, just, I don't know, maybe because I'm spoiled of going places and seeing stuff, I just haven't seen that wow factor. But that being said, if you've never been to a place like this... Oh look, they got a limpkin bird over there. It's just, all it is this, as far as I could see. So, and that, like, if you have to drive miles and miles and miles, that...
It's not too impressive.
No, not too impressive.
It's still cool. It's still different.
Possibly. But you know what, looking down at it, see how clear it is?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's really this shallow or this deep. Like, it's covered with all sorts of gunk. So we are on the boardwalk. It has seen better days. As you see, it's all weavy and everything, but you know, I'm sure at the, like, when it's nice and warm, this looks a lot more jungly-ish. Because right now everything
kind of jungly-ish.
it's kind of wet and
Wet jungle.
wet jungle. So, believe it or not, we got sun. And believe it or not, there's places where there's blue sky right over there. So it has stopped raining. And is it salty?
No.
No?
Want some?
Sure. Ew!
You lick it like that.
I see it. You know what? I give up.
No,
But yes, the weather has cleared up. Thankfully, it has moved on. So, it's actually, oh my gosh, it's warming up by the second. You feel it? Wow. So, weather is clearing up, and we are at some sort of hokey pokey, okie smoky, whatever that's called. Pahi oki. Yet, let's take a look. Now see, this is what I was expecting out of Everglades. Like something like this. Well, yeah, because it's supposed to be wet and marshy. Yeah, they got observation tower and everything. Look at that, it's so flat and so... As far as I could see, it's just the same thing. This actually reminds me a lot of Payne's Prairie Park. It looks exactly like that. Like, if I didn't know better, this is identical. Florida actually has bison. Yeah. There's...
And that's why I was like, are you for real, or are you just making a joke?
There's an owl in the tree that everybody's taking pictures of. So, I know this is gonna be hard to believe, but we have driven our RV through entire freaking Miami and then some. We have driven past the Lamborghini, we've driven past the skyscrapers and the beaches and everything like that, and so we have been able to squeeze the RV between places, and now it's kind of we've parked way out in the sticks. Well, maybe not way out, but there's some sort of club. Yeah, a few minutes to walk, so it's still good.
11 minutes, but yeah, whatever.
Oh, there's a specialist guy.
Specialist.
Court support specialist.
Should we ask him?
Mm-mm. So we're taking some quiet roads. As you see, there's luscious greenery and palm trees and everything. It's very quiet here because all the hustle and bustle is.
Meanwhile, you're yelling.
Yeah, I am yelling,
It's okay.
but that's okay.
I know, it's very quaint. And look at this.
Look at it. It's very.
How they have all this.
We're on Espanola Way. You get little places like that over there. Very cool. And of course, there's palm trees, as you see behind me. So, even though Miami is a busy place, there's roads like this. So, we parked RV. We actually spoke to some sort of officer guy who couldn't give us any answers at all. Spoke to some lady who couldn't give us answers at all either. So, we're going to hope that at worst we get a ticket. But we checked all the other cars. None of them had any sort of stickers or anything like that. So the way signs in here are written is just whatever. We're here to enjoy it. And here we are. So my sister and I have just stopped at this very charming place. I highly recommend it. It's Havana 1957. Really cool.
Who are you talking to? The camera?
Yeah, really good eating. And there's somebody else with a selfie stick. But yes, this is really quaint. It's kind of like off the beaten path and at the same time right on the main street.
Yeah.
So after grabbing lunch at some Cuban place and after finding our way back, we have effectively come back. So let's see if there's a. There it is. There she is.
I don't see a ticket.
There's no tickets. Woohoo! Oh, we got really lucky.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to go through that door. After driving for a heck of a lot past all the Fort Lauderdales and all the Pompano beaches and all the crazy high school and college kids with their ass cheeks hanging out, we have decided to actually make a stop. Call the campground, tell them that we're gonna be coming in late. So we're driving along A1A for I don't know how long, and after passing all the crazies, there's this really cool spot. We're in Delray Beach at the moment, so there is enough parking space for an RV, so we decided to take an opportunity and do that. And as you can see, this is a little quaint place. Has all sorts of sea grapes growing and very quiet and everything. So left my knee brace back at the RV, so limping alone. So after driving for a very long distance, we have made it to Highlands Hammock Park. Park I've been to many times before. Arrived here in the night. Somebody took our camp spot. The usuals. But we're here on the trails, actually enjoying. Unfortunately, the one that I really wanted to show my sister is closed. But we're gonna be doing some sneaky. And she just casually walked by a 2,000-year-old tree like it's nothing.
I just took a picture of it.
You see how excited she is? You go the one. Well, I guess you could go that way too. But I've taken enough videos of this park, so I'm not gonna be recording much, other than just for the vlog. So on this channel, I quite often talk about Floridian ecosystems and specifically how bad our soils is, and how roots are underdeveloped to a lot of extent. Now behind me you could see how the tree just kind of took a dive. This happened in the hurricane. This is a massive tree, as you can see by the root system, probably 16-20 feet in diameter. So let's go for a walk and see how a very massive tree has very microscopic tree system. Look at it. Sure.
Thanks.
From the looks of it, it was a really big tree. Climb it. That side. So yes, here you can see how such a big, strong tree just kind of uprooted itself. It doesn't really have roots to speak of, which is really sad. What you doing? Ta-da!
Trying to rappel a little bit.
Or rappel a little bit?
Yes.
Is that what you call it?
Yes, when you're going backwards with the rope.
Ah.
But I was using the root.
Oh wow. This up here was whole trees. Whole bunch of trees. And usually this is kind of flooded, so this is a swampy area. Wow, you could just see how massive trees. Like, look at it. It's unbelievable. It's also very sad because the trees that you see in this park actually gave a lot of charm to this park. And just seeing so much devastation here after the hurricane. But this is literally where the hurricane came through. It was solid, like category 2 to category 3 or thereabouts. So we're walking through the Cypress Trail despite the fact that it's closed. And as always, it is very lovely, even in this time of year with no greenery. Just really cool. I have it on video in other videos. And but just coming out here, thankfully, at least so far as we've been walking, the trail hasn't ended so far. They said something about hurricane damage, so we shall see. But it is lovely though. So we have come across the area right behind us over there where they fixed. There's been a few places where they had to replace railings because trees fell across, so they chopped the tree in half. Sort of like here. Oh look, a butterfly. Whee! There it goes.
Did you get that on camera?
Probably. Then why are you turning away from the camera for?
I didn't mean to. Pretend you're telling me something like really shocking.
I'm pretending to tell you something really shocking. Yeah, but why are you turning away for?
I don't want to spit on it. Okay, fine.